Hey, thank you, Mr. Kang.
Happy birthday, Lotus and Water 15th anniversary.
Exactly. So with me, I have Norman, which is technically my husband's friend, but I got to know him in Lotus. So I'm Wei Wei. I'm also a Lotus client. I came here in 2018. Also, actually, the two of us have some commonality. We're both being tricked by my husband and by his buddy to come to Lotus. And it all started, and it was until now, right? So I started with Lotus 3 years ago. And, my first feeling was, despite the price, I took my first leap of faith. Because I feel that in my good years, I should leap on and take advantage of it. Now, when I first came in, I was shocked. I'm like, what? A jade that's $10,000? I've never bought a jade that is, and he's even more stunning, okay? I will tell you why, right? So I came in here, but eventually everything went well for myself, for my family. I completed my 9 square, which is the 9宫格. And if you have been watching the Saturday, I do voluntary 微微带你发舅舅 so that people get to know more about Lotus and more about the treasures. So maybe I will introduce Norman. So Norman, maybe you were being tricked by my husband, right?
In a way, yes, yes. Yeah, I was very nearby. Yes,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm Norman. I'm also, like what she mentioned, from 2018. I started my journey. At that point in time, of course, I got tricked by him. When I came down here, it was just to meet a friend for champagne and ice cream at that point in time. Yeah, so what happened was, of course, when I came in here, then they started to introduce Lotus and Water. This is not surprising that people that comes to this gallery, you will know that it's not cheap. Of course, I've never even considered jade.
And you jumpstart.
Yeah, so
my goodness,
my very first piece was double dragon.
Right. Ring.
Jadeite. Yes, the ring.
Yeah.
Right.
And
so
why did you start the ring instead of a pendant?
If I don't have a jadeite or consider a jade before, right? So what happened was, if I'm going to get something that's really going to cost almost more than 5 figures, must I get something that I can well afford, or something that is
And you really jumpstart, right?
Yeah, literally get a ring, yeah.
Right.
So might as well, right?
What is your first feeling when you first came in, and then what is your most significant benefit? I would say.
I think it is almost 40. I can see the price, right? It's almost 40,000.
Of course.
Yeah, the first piece I got was almost 40,000.
Wow.
But I cannot explain some things.
Right.
I don't know how to explain some things, but I would just say that in that same month itself, I already recovered back the cost and more.
Within 1 month?
Within that 1 month,
wow.
Yes. So it's something that I cannot explain. So my progress was...
And you are in property?
In property, yes.
Right.
So along, of course, in that way, I progressed to a lot of other collections.
And I heard some good news recently.
Yeah, a lot of good news, yeah.
A lot of good news?
Yeah, a lot of good news.
You got promoted, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow,
yes,
congratulations, Norman.
Yeah. So I got my promotion. Of course, I've got 3 other items.
Right.
I think, which is the 1, 2 with the agar wood, and of course the mountain back at home. Yeah.
Right,
so all the collections, I would say, actually does impact the family as well as my own direct business itself. Of course, most recent in June itself, I got my promotion, which is a team leader level, which is only 0.1% of the whole company.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, that's
so
a very
9 over
significant.
1,000 people.
Actually, you have many significant benefits. Actually,
yes,
it's not just one. So after you buy the first item, second item, third item, it just recover and you elevate yourself even higher. More elegance and more prosperity. That's exactly what Lotus preach about, right?
Yes.
What is your next item?
My next item actually is going to be a second ring.
Really?
Yes,
I thought you were considering the exquisite jadeite.
I might as well just go another ring, right? That's what I feel.
Which is more hot, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's what I would still recommend. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And maybe would you want to share something with the audience, like those who have not started, those who have not taken their first leap of faith? What would you want to say to them?
I think it's something that, yes, you have to take a leap of faith. It's something that I cannot explain, but I would say my own context-wise, being English-speaking, not very religious also, I would say, it is something that I would say the energy around you or yourself actually does impact the surrounding, which is what I feel in terms of the collection does really, maybe in a way, do impact. That's what I would say.
So you got to feel it yourself, right? In my own words to the audience, come down here, feel it yourself. It's really, like what Norman said, we can't explain. You experience it and you realize, wow, it's the wow effect. So without much further ado, let's wish Lotus happy birthday again. And together we say,
Huara!